Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Happy Lunar New Year to those who celebrate it. It is the year of the snake. Today I'm back with a book review video. This one I am so excited about because I have not read a book that I've enjoyed this much in a while, and it is Embrace by Jessica Shirvington. And like I mentioned in my book haul video, this was recommended to me by one of my viewers, Deb's Mad. Thank you so much, Deb, for recommending this series. I also read the second one, as you know, and I love it. And the third one comes out next month, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get the third one. I think it's called Emblaze. Anyway, so this is the first one, and it reminds me a bit of Hush Hush because it is told in the voice of the main character, who is the 17-year-old girl. She starts off being 16 and then she becomes 17, and her 17th birthday is a significant one because that is when she is finally old enough to embrace her angel side. Violet Eden. She's 16 years old. She's about to turn 17. She has been training with a guy named Lincoln that she met in her martial arts class a while back, and it was clear to her that he was really advanced and he didn't need to learn self-defense, at least not at the beginning level that she was at. So obviously he wasn't there to learn how to defend himself. He was there for other reasons. Teenage girls who really look forward to their birthdays and a huge celebration. Violet is not looking forward to celebrate. She tells her father to stop giving her presents, that she doesn't want any more of them. She feels guilty because she never met her mother. Her mother died during her childbirth, so every year that she's around, she feels guilty. The last gift that Violet's father gives her is actually not a gift from him, but from her mother. And she was immediately curious about this. The creepiest thing about the box and the letter is that it seems that Violet's mother knew that she was going to die and that Violet wouldn't have a mother at the age of 17. So she had this letter and this box prepared for her, and it was already left behind when they went to the hospital before she was born. Extremely confused, and to make matters worse, when she's heading over to Lincoln's house, where that's like her safe haven, because her father is always too busy for her. He's too busy with work for her. So she goes to Lincoln and accidentally finds out that Lincoln isn't exactly who he said he was. There's a whole other side to him that Violet had no idea about, and he knew about her before she knew about him, and that just seemed really creepy and confusing to her. She finds out in the worst way possible about being Grigori. I think it's pronounced Grigori. In other fallen angel books that I've read, they call them Nephil or Nephilim. I've never read a book where these beings, they call them Grigori. Anyway, so that's what Violet is, and she finds out in the worst way possible. She heads over to Lincoln's house and she overhears him talking to Griffin, who is their leader, and she basically overhears their conversation, and Lincoln has to tell her right then and there who she is and who he is and what they really are. While I did understand how Violet was feeling, I was really frustrated with her. I mean, she was confused, but she lacks sympathy or empathy. She doesn't consider how Lincoln must be feeling, that it really wasn't his choice to keep this secret from her. She couldn't find out until she was 17. She didn't want to hear anything that he was explaining to her. She just kind of talked over him through her frustration, and she was just being really bratty. I felt kind of bad for Lincoln because he didn't get a chance to prepare what he was going to tell her and how he was going to break the news to her. So as soon as she found out, she wanted an explanation right away, and she was just completely irrational. Violet really bothered me in the beginning. She kind of grows on me later, but at the beginning I did not like her at all, and her character was such a turn off to me in the beginning that I wanted to just put the book down and I didn't want to continue reading, but I'm glad I did because, like I said, her character really grows. So the title Embrace comes from the fact that every Grigori has to make a choice to embrace their angel side or not, and it's a tough process. It's not just a decision whether you want to do it or not. It's they go through this sort of obstacle, and it's a test of their strength mentally and physically. Violet, obviously, she was brought up as a human being. She doesn't know or understand any of this, nor does she want to understand. So obviously she didn't want to embrace. But although the choice is technically hers, she didn't really have a choice. She was kind of forced into embracing. And that's not really a spoiler telling you guys that she embraces, because if she didn't embrace, there wouldn't be other books in the series. So that's pretty obvious. But due to other circumstances that other people have laid before her, she has to embrace. So it's a matter of just sucking it up and doing it. And that's when her character grows on me, because she knew that she didn't really have a choice and she just had to do what she was going to do. What I really appreciated in this book was Violet's best friend, Steph. And in these types of books, the protagonist always has a best friend that she runs to, and usually that best friend doesn't understand their secret realm or their world, basically. But Steph is just brilliant. She picks up on what they're all about so quickly. Steph is just really smart and brilliant, and she's not that annoying. She doesn't play that role where the annoying best friend just wants to tag along and asking a million questions. And Steph is actually really smart, and she helps them out a lot. And she's the kind of character that is kind of in your face. Like when Violet is just doing something entirely stupid, or the way she's thinking is just kind of dumb, and you as a reader, you want to shout certain things at her, but you can't. I mean, you do, but you're just shouting at a book. So like I said, this is an amazing book. I still think I like Hush Hush better. I think in order of preference, I would say my #1 favorite series is Mortal Instruments, Infernal Devices, Hush Hush, and then Embrace. I have so many series that I'm obsessed with, so being at #4 is definitely still really high up there. And like I said, just check it out. It's really amazing. It's different from all other Fallen Angel books that I've read. It's very unique, and there's just so much action that it will get your head spinning. It's so emotional. Love, hate, anger, betrayal, moments of indecision. It's a lot, but you know, the story moves at a fast pace, but you're able to still follow along and keep up. So thank you for watching. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching, and I will be back soon with a review on Entice, which is book #2.